Good afternoon, everyone. This is Terry from Allen Art and Design. Hope everybody's having a good day. I've got my Christmas cup. Getting in the mood. I've got, let's see, gingerbread oat creamer. And it's delicious. So, haven't been on in a few days. Took a little bit of a break. And now it's time to get going again. So I did go ahead and I went through some of my Christmas magazines. And I got a bunch of large images because I like to cover the pages in my Christmas, in all of my journals. It just helps to visually, to, fill up the pages. So these are all beautiful images. I probably will start working on my Christmas journals later this week. I got some smaller images, and this came from a Christmas card. It's just a cute stamp with a little snowman. I'll use that. Got a little bow, the word holiday, and then just some cute smaller images, because you need all different size images. And there's another one that's pretty too. And then this is from a card. I just love that image. All right, I think I need to turn my light on a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this stuff to the side. Like I said, I'm not starting that till later this week. What I wanted to do was go through some of the things that I've recently bought for sewing. I'm gonna be starting next week. I'm gonna do a review of some of the needle books that I've been doing, and for months I've been buying different things for sewing and putting them away and finding ways to organize them. So this is a cute little tin. There's two of them actually. Let me show you this one. I found these two little tins. And these will go up on my shelf with my other tins that I collect. And these are all just ribbons that came in a bag at a thrift store. And when you're slow stitching, it's nice to add little pieces of ribbon just to embellish, add a little bit of color. So I was able to put them all. This is a good organizing tip. I was able to put all those cloth ribbons in these two little bins. And I think those will be great. I know where they are. I'm going to label them. And I did go ahead and I bought a brand new sewing machine. I donated 3 sewing machines. One was my mother's, one I had for, 20-something years. And another one was a craft one that you just use for like sewing cards and things. That one got all jammed up. I couldn't figure out how to fix it. The other 2 were just old and they just weren't working right. So I treated myself after my 6-week summer program, and I bought myself a new sewing machine. Haven't even opened it yet. It's sitting over there in the box, so I'm getting ready to do that. I bought these. These are little bobbins with threads on them, but these are not for a sewing machine. These are like if I make needle books to sell, you could put a few of those in a pocket, or you could tie string on them, make dangles out of them. So those are cute. I'm going to start putting stuff over here on the side. I did go ahead and I bought myself a bunch of bobbins, and they're all threaded so that I don't have to spend all the time threading. And they give you a lot of white and a lot of black, which are the most common colors you use, and then just a variety. So this is great. I'm so happy I picked that up. I'll definitely be using that. Let's see what else I have in this little basket. I've been buying these things for months, so it's not like I went and I bought all this stuff at one time. I collect different things as I go out when I know that I need them. These are some beading needles. Those come in handy. And these are just large baby pins or safety pins and small safety pins. So when I'm doing needle books, I will attach some of those inside. And then I needed some new hand needles for slow stitching. These are needles that are already threaded, and those are going to go in my needle books. Those are awesome. And then here's some more of those. They're just little things full of thread. And then look, there's even some needles and a threader in there. So those will come in handy. I got a few different colored ones. These were on sale, so I grabbed them. So those will come in handy when I start making needle books, because I plan on selling needle books. Right now, I'm not in a position to sell journals because I want to make a lot of personal ones first. But when I get enough needle books made, I will start selling those. This is a beautiful gold thread, and I'm going to use that in my slow stitching. So that's all of that kind of stuff. And then at a church sale, excuse me, this thing's dirty. I love having these little baskets because these are a great way to organize as well. This I got at a church sale. It's just a little sewing kit. But all these little things, look at this, even a little magnifying glass. I could use that for threading needles. But it's got a tape measure. It's got some little thread. This is perfect for, you know, if you just want to mend something when you go out. If you go somewhere, like when I babysit, I would bring that with me and I would fix whatever it was I needed to fix. That's cute. I'll probably put it in a different kind of a pouch. I don't really like this clear plastic thing, but that'll come in handy. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, so my daughter gave me this little fabric bag, and I thought it was adorable. I was going to get rid of it, and then I'm like, wait a minute. You need storage solutions. So this is just a bunch of, actually, I'm gonna put this in here. I found a place to put my miscellaneous lace. And then this is going to be for cutting up little pieces of material. I cut this off, and I would use that on a slow stitch needle book. And all these little scraps, I kept them. I don't know if I would use, I love black and white images, but I don't know if I like black and white material. We'll have to see. And then these are some little burlap. This is burlap material. And I stamped on them. And those look cute on needle books. So those should be on the top, really. And then there's just more. This was from a t-shirt I had. And I just loved the embroidery on there. It's machine embroidery, but I don't care. It's pretty. And I saved it all because I'll use that. I'd have to put it on like a bright needle book. And then I saved, this was the front of it. And that looks pretty too. So I'll cut that out and I'll use it. Look, it's like a medallion. I will cut that out and use it. And then here's some more lace. Can go in my lace box. These are just scraps. I have large things with a lot of lace, you know, like yards of lace in it. But that is going to come in handy. This little box I got at a church sale. And it's a cute box. It's quilted material, but I'm gonna glue some flowers and things on it just to make it look cute. So this little fabric bag, it works great. I need to find a place for these ribbons. That's another storage thing I need to find. But you know, little things like this work out great. You can just put it off to the side when you're sewing. You know, fill it up with the things that you're using for your project. It's lightweight, but it holds material, so I love it. I have another one here. This one, oh, let me put these back. This one is, I used to see people using these for their, when they were cutting their scraps for their journals. I tried using it, and it just didn't work for me. But then I said, well, this would be a great place to store material. I mean, it's made out of material. Somebody actually made this. It's beautiful. I'm not sure where I got it. I've had it for a long time. But Now this kind of material, I don't know if I would use that. It's kind of too bright for me. But you never know. It might look good if you cut it up and use it in small pieces. So we have a bunch of different materials that I'm going to be cutting into little squares for my needle books. And then these came from a table runner. Let me put that back under there. These came from a table runner. And they're all different, like they've cut in different spots. But if you're sewing onto a needle book, it doesn't matter because you're tucking them underneath and letting them stick out. And I think those would look really nice. You can make yourself a fall needle book, or you could just do a fiber art piece. Doesn't have to be a needle book. Not everybody sews. I just happen to, and I love it. But not everybody does. So some other people might just like to glue that onto some material. And that's just really pretty. Okay, so there's that. And then I found this. I was going to get rid of it, but I'm like, why get rid of it? It's actually a good container. Maybe I can put my ribbons in it. So there's another storage container. And look at how pretty that is. I just love the plaid with the flowers. I just think it's adorable. I will definitely be keeping that and using that. Okay, so another storage solution for these are called yo-yos or Suffolk puffs. People in the UK call them Suffolk puffs. And I had this it was a big sheet of them. They were all tied together, you know, like this. And I've been cutting them. I still need to finish. This is the last of it. And it ended up filling up this little box. And these are perfect for needle books, for embellishments. And I just found this little box. This box came, it was a stationery set that a parent gave me for my program. And I love little boxes. So I kept it. And I'm glad I did because now it works perfectly for that. I have another one here. This one I actually covered. This is an old cigar box, but it's not a wooden, I don't believe it's a wooden cigar box, is it? Oh, it is. I covered this with material and washi tape. Looks like that's coming up a little bit. So let's see if I can fix that just real quick. Teeny bit. That's all you need. I just decorated it. I used some scrapbooking paper, and this was actually a greeting card. And then it says, "My life." I thought that was cute. And then this has buttons around it. So I just love it. And it's pretty. There's washi tape all around it. And I decorated the inside. This is a wall decal from Dollar Tree. But look at how nicely it goes with that washi tape. And this is holding my big Suffolk puffs. These were on a bunch of curtains. I think about 4 of them. And I just ripped them all off. And I think these will be perfect for needle books, for embellishing the tops and just adding them. I just love them. And you would add like a button. Let's see. Excuse my reach. I have a thing of buttons right here. I love these wooden buttons. I wanted to buy a thing of wooden buttons at Michael's that had all different size wooden buttons. It was $17.99. I'm like, are you kidding me? I am not spending that kind of money on wooden buttons. Sorry. I'll just collect them as I go. That's a little bit small, but you can put a bigger one on there. And they just look so cute. I love this. So this is another storage solution. Great way to store things. I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to put this away. Okay. I put my kitty... Whoa, excuse me. I put my kitty's picture, Louie. He was in here the other day when I was in here. He walked right across my desk. I had to push him off the desk. He sat up in the window in the sun, but he can be a pain in the butt. There he is. That's my Louie. I love this boy. So I'm going to keep his picture right in front of me right there. So this is, I was going to get rid of this. This is jersey material. You know, that you make a jersey shirt out of it. I thought this material would be great in a needle book. Let's see how it is with, do I have any pins? Oh, there's one right here. Yeah, let's see. That works nicely. I'm going to keep this and I'm going to cut it up and use it in needle books. That's quite a bit of material. I didn't want to get rid of it, and I'm glad I thought of it because it's soft, and the needles and pins will stick in there nicely. So that'll be good. Okay, I'm going to have an avalanche in just about a minute. Okay, here. This is another it's a little soft-sided basket. I had bought a bag at Savers, which is my local thrift store. And it had all this stuff in it. Look at this. I thought this was beautiful. I would cut that up and definitely use that. You could use that on the top of a journal. You could use it on the spine of a journal. That's beautiful. I was very happy to see that in there. I didn't even know it was in there. And then this is a bag of, oh, these were, all this stuff was on big spools like this. But I'm going to keep these because those are great for when you do a needle book. You can cut them out and use them as embellishments. So I'm keeping those. Oh, look what else I found. These are handmade. I don't know if they call this tatting, maybe. I don't know, but I would definitely use those on a slow stitch project. Look at them. This one's beautiful, and this one too. The color of them, they're very old. So I will be using those. And then, oh, there's more. Here's a round one. Beautiful. Little doilies. This one has a bunch of little circles that I might be able to cut out and use. They're flowers. I just don't know if you start cutting it, if the whole thing is going to unravel. If you cut it, you might have to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac where you cut so that it won't unravel. But I'm going to use that. That's beautiful. So we have all this thread. I guess the woman used to, obviously she was the one making this stuff. And this was what she made. But this is perfect weight for needle books. It's not too thick and not too thin. It's about as thick as when you unravel embroidery thread and you want just 2 pieces. This is about as thick as 2 pieces of embroidery thread. So it's all ready for you. You don't have to sit there unraveling. And then there's some nice colors. And then I rolled these up into little balls because, like I said, they were on these huge, oh, I don't know what they call them, like, I don't know. They were on these huge, oh, this one's getting undone. Okay. So I remember when I was a little kid, my mother taught me, and my aunt taught me how to make little balls of thread. I guess I used to sit there and I would organize their thread for them, which is funny. That seems like something that my little grandson would love to do. He came over on Friday. He was here for the day. He helped me decorate my Christmas tree. Oh my God, he is the funniest little thing. And he had so much fun pulling out all Nana's Christmas bins and going through everything. And he just had so much fun. And then I have yarn here. I don't really knit anymore. I used to knit. I used to crochet. I used to do cross stitching. I'm going to get back into cross stitching because I like it because it's easy. I don't want to think about patterns and, you know, like when you're doing crochet. No, I don't think so. Plus, it's just, not the kind of thing I want to do anymore. So this one has some thread mixed into it. So I'm just going to pull that out. But the thing you could do with these is if you wanted to make a closure for a needle book, you could just crochet a long skinny strip with the yarn, and then you can tie it around your needle book and you've got a closure. And it's a good way to use up your yarn, because this is all the yarn I have. I don't have yarn anymore, but I think I will definitely use it up. I'm not going to waste it. So that's just a good little basket for that, and it's all in one spot. I know where it is. Okay, so let's see. Also, with that, all of those rolls of the thread, there was a bag of like felt and material. This material is great for Christmas. So isn't this? I'm thinking about making myself a Christmas needle book. And I had bought some felt. And so I definitely have enough. And I have tons of Christmas material because I used to make stockings. And so I have plenty of Christmas material. I'm just trying to organize this a little bit. This is very unusual. I don't know why this is so thick, but I feel like you could cut this and almost make a cover for, maybe I'll use this for the cover for my Christmas. I mean, I wouldn't use it, I wouldn't make it that big. Let's see. I want to show you. Joann Fabrics was having a sale on fabric scissors, and I needed fabric scissors. And I have a pair that I've used for years, and I love them. Right here. These are really nice scissors, but they're all dull now, so I can just use these for paper. I don't know of anyone that sharpens scissors. There used to be people you could take your scissors to and they'd sharpen them for you. I don't know if that's even a thing anymore. So I had to buy some new ones. They were 30% off, and I got 2 pairs for the price of 1. So I'm thrilled. I can bring 1 pair. I can have 1 pair in here in my craft room, which I'll probably, oh, I love these, beautiful. And then I can have another pair in my bedroom because I do some videoing in there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what, this is about the size that I would like a needle book. And it cuts nice, but I'm crooked as usual. Let's get that straight. Yeah. So this is a nice size. It's still not straight. I think when you're cutting felt, it moves around. It's slippery. It moves around. So what I would like to do is, I think I would like a needle book about yay big. And again, you got to trim it up, but that's fine. That is the perfect size for a small needle book. I think there's another project I just started. And then these pieces you could use inside to attach things to. So here we go. We've already got another project started. This I'll keep because if I like it, I can make a few more of them. In the spring, my husband and I are going to start doing craft fairs. The reason I called my channel Allen Art and Design is because that's going to be our company name that we start. We're going to be starting that company in January, and it's called Allen Art and Design. So some of the things that I make on video, I'll be selling at craft fairs. So that'll work out nicely. And my husband likes to do, he does woodworking. He makes some beautiful things. I'll have to show some pictures at some point. He's made me a lot of things over the years, but people keep saying to him, you should sell those. People would love to buy them. So That's what he's going to be doing. He's going to be doing the woodworking, and I'm going to be doing all the craft things. And we're going to work together, and I think it'll be fun. So I'll put that aside. Let's see what else we have. We're coming down to the end. I did go ahead and I bought these needles. I need, whenever I sew my journals together, I have these crooked upholstery needles that I do not like them at all. They have a crooked end on them, and they're always messing me up. These ones, I think I just need the 4-inch one. I bought too many of these. If I find anybody that's doing these kind of crafts, I'll probably give them to them. This is the size I need. It's a 4-inch one, or maybe 5. It's straight, so when I go to sew in my pages, I'm not going to get caught up on that tip again. So I did go ahead and get those. I'm very happy to have those because I'm going to be doing 3 journals starting at the end of the week. But these pinking shears, they need to be oiled up. Hopefully they still work. But these, I have a pair that was my mother's, and they still work. So I'm assuming these probably work too. They came in the box, and guess what people paid for them back in the day? $4.59. And I got them for free, so I'm even happier. And then that felt, this book was in with the felt, and look what it has. It has these cute patterns, and I would use this pattern paper in a sewing journal, like a Christmas sewing journal. That would be fun to do. Probably won't get to it this year, but I will keep this and put it away, and I'll put it with a Christmas journal stuff. Okay, so let's put these away. So now I have a new pair of fabric scissors. I've got my paper scissors. I have an old pair of scissors too, because sometimes when I'm cutting gluey things, I don't like using my good scissors to get glue all over them. So I'll just use a cheap pair from Dollar Tree. But all of these other ones are like Fiskars, and you know, they're really nice. Oh, and these were some ribbons that I were in the bag too. And this, I love this. I will definitely use that in a slow stitch piece. I've been watching people making these things called hussifs or housewives. I want to make some of those. I have a whole bunch of quilt material, and those would be great. I just wanted to show you. Well, let me hold off on this. This is the last thing I have. This is a basket. I'm keeping these larger items in. But let me take out the stuff and show you what's in there. I found these at thrift stores. I'm sorry for the glare. They're cross-stitching kits. This one's a floral. I love them. Those would go perfect on the cover of a needle book. Here's one where I only like 2 of the images. I only like this botanical and the dragonfly. I don't like any of the other stuff. So I'm just going to take the pattern and make some of those. And those would look nice on the front of a needle book. This one, it says Sweet Thoughts greeting cards. These let me show you what's in here. They give you all the material, and you have to cut it up. And then they give you all of the patterns, and they even give you a guide on how to do slow cross-stitching, which is so easy. It's like the easiest stitch in the world. And this is if you wanted to order more embroidery thread from them. And then you can wrap your threads on this thing and then put the color, write it in. And that way when you're pulling colors for these patterns, that's a great idea. You could make one of those yourselves. I think that's awesome. And then look what it came with. I won't be using those. It came with greeting cards, like picture frames. I just used one in my fall journal, and I used one in my Halloween journal. And I'll probably I'll take these 2 out. I'll use those for journals And the rest, I'm not really sure what I would use them for, but you could put an image in there and then glue it together and then put it on lace, and you've got a topper for a journal. So I'll be using those. They're not going to stay with this kit. And it came with all of this embroidery thread. And then these are the different patterns. This one says bloom. There's one with birds. It says live, laugh, love. This one is a dogs, 3 little dogs, and it says woof up. Don't like that. I like the flowers, cute. I don't think I'd do get well soon, but I might do the sun part of it. Like, I could definitely take some things from one pattern, put it in with another. This says thanks so much, S-E-W, so much. So that I would use. I might just use the word so for a needle book. And then I wouldn't do happy birthday, thinking of you, get well soon. I won't use those. And then I love the bird. So I would definitely use the bloom, the bird, the flower, the sun, the heart. Oh, this one is a cupcake, a little kitty and a bird. I would use those. And the word so. So I could get something out of each one of them. And I thought that was great. This whole thing cost me $2.99. I thought it was a deal and a half. So I'll just put this back so that I'm ready to use it when I'm going to use it. I think I would cut these up, put them in baggies, and they would be individual projects that I could just take one with me when I go babysit. And when I'm done with that one, bring another one. So it's a great little project to do. Because sometimes you don't want big things to do or a lot to do. You just want to do a little bit. So here's my last organizing tip for today. I've had this box for, oh my gosh, 30, 40, 50, 40 years. That sounds crazy, I know. But when I was in my 20s, I used to do cross stitching. I used to crochet. I made a granny Afghan. I still have it. Doesn't really go with my house, but because it's the bright colors, but I'm keeping it because I worked really hard. It took me a long, long time to make that. But I like organizing my colors, and look, I have so many more to go in there. And it's broken up into sections so that you can put all of your embroidery threads by color. I mean, they're not perfectly matched up, but they're pretty good. And then I'm going to put these new ones in there. So there's my last tip of the day. So I've got lots of projects on the horizon. This is the last thing I'm going to show you. I've been working on this. This is a needle book. And it feels really good. It's thick, and I still have a lot of sewing to do on this, but I can show you what I've done so far. There's the front. I added this brown embroidery, or no, crochet, I guess. And there's some lace, and these are those Suffolk puffs or yo-yos. There's a little doily in there, and I just like the colors go well together. I think I need to fix that. That's not right. Okay. So I'm working on this on the back, and I like how it's messy and it's sticking out all over the place. And I did go ahead and sew down these and the buttons, and I did that on the front too. And I don't even care if they're straight or not. I just think they look cool. And then on the inside, I think this goes this way. It's just felt, and then these are spots where you can put some like safety pins, and then put needles down here. I need to sew this whole thing together and then finish, doing slow stitch on it. This is just, some material that I found. I love how it's, thread worn all around the edges. I love that. So I just alternated the felt and this material. This one is going to be the inside of the cover, and I will blanket stitch all the way around. But first thing I need to do, though, is attach these to the pages. This one and this one. Once I attach those, then I can sew them all in. I think I'm just going to hand sew them in. I'm going to do like a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, because that's too thick to go in a sewing machine. You'll break your machine. And then I can work on putting stitches to hold, because this is all pieced together. So you need to do some stitching to hold it all together. I just love how it's layered, and it's just really kind of cool looking. But that's one of the books. I have a few more that I'm working on. I don't have them in here. They're in a bag in my dining area. I take that with me to my daughter's and work on it. And when I'm done with them, I will do a flip through of all of them. But these are fun projects. I just love doing stuff like that. Okay, so the last thing I have is, this is called Heat Bond Light. And I watch a YouTube channel with a woman. She pieces her, she cuts a piece of this out the size she wants it. And then she puts her little pieces of material on it, and she irons it. And then she flips it over and puts like a plain piece on the back, and takes that plastic off, irons it again. Her piece is all together. She doesn't have to use any pins. I've got pins in all of my needle books, and I'm always pricking myself with needles and pins. This is something I'm going to try. I only bought a small thing of it just because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not. But I think this will save me a lot of aggravation by getting stuck with pins and needles. So I'm going to try it, and I'll let you know what I think. Excuse my reach. And hopefully that will help me make some of my sewing projects move along. So I want to thank you for coming to my channel. Oops. Thanks for coming to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Oh, I need to tell you, the name of the woman that won my subscriber giveaway is Margie Gibbs, and she has a channel called Margie's Crafty Corner on YouTube. And I've already mailed out her package with her journal, her paper pack, and her craft supplies. And I sent her the tracking number, and she's gonna get in touch with me as soon as she gets it. Lets me know how she likes it, and I'm hoping that she maybe mentions me on her channel. That might be nice. That might help my channel to grow. So it's nice making connections with people on YouTube. I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting.